Yeah, presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sarshit, and my guide is Kritika ma'am, and reviewers are Kavipriya ma'am and Sindhu ma'am. Today, I am going to present about brain detection using CNN and deep learning. Firstly, let me go through the contents I am going to present today. And the contents are introduction, literature survey, introduction to neural networks, architecture of a CNN, applications, advantages and disadvantages of CNN, proposed system, and conclusion. Firstly, let us go through what is a brain tumor. A tumor is simply an abnormal mass of tumor that forms when cells grow and more than they should or do not die when they should. Tumor is of two types: benign and malignant. Benign tumors do not spread to other cells of the body. Malignant tumors will spread to other cells of the body. Brain tumors are other tumors which are found inside the skull. Since skull is an enclosed space, any growth inside inclined this space causes problems to the brain. Brain tumors are categorized as primary and secondary. A primary brain tumor is originated in the brain. Secondary brain tumor occurs when cancer cells spread to our body from other organs such as lung. Brain tumor nearly affects 0.7 million people in US alone, and MRI images are used for clinical diagnosis by the doctors. I've taken 3 papers for literature survey. Brain tumor detection using classification using CNN and deep neural networks. In this paper, the author has proposed a feature extraction method along with CNN for tumor detection. Brain tumor detection using deep neural network and machine learning algorithm. In this paper, the work involves the approach of deep neural network and incorporates CNN-based model to classify the MRI images. Design and implementing brain tumor detection using machine learning approach. In this paper, the author has proposed a reliable CNN, determining small 3 into 3 kernels by incorporating single technique segmentation and classification is accomplished through CNN from neural networks when it has several layers like data collection, pre-processing, average filtering, segmentation, feature extraction, CNN via classification and identification. Let me brief through then what is neural networks. Uh, 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 before artificial neural networks, there was something called traditional computing, like looping, data structure, conditional statement, etc. These these types of computing were not able to do complex things such as recognition, image recognition, and speech recognition. So, so the computer scientists got inspired by the brain, which can do all the complex things such as image recognition and speech recognition. So in 1953, they came up with the model of a neuron called perceptron, which is inspired by our brain. Perceptron is basically a mathematical model of a brain. As we can see in the image, the neuron consists of dendrites, nucleus for processing, and axon for transmitting, and axon terminals to other other neurons. In here, we can see the mathematical representation of a neuron. uh, uh, Even only single nerve is not possible to compute many functions. So we add many neurons together to do complex tasks. So came the neural networks. Neural network consists of multiple neurons. They are stacked in the form of layers. Each neuron communicate with each other. They have connections, and this connection will have weights and biases. There are two types of network called deep and shallow. In shallow network, for example, it has 3 inputs and 2 input nodes. So total number of parameters is 3 into 2, 6 number of weights and 3 biases, which comes to 9 parameters. We cannot learn much from 9 parameters only. So we came to do complex tasks. We came up with an idea called neural network to do complex tasks. Deep neural network has input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. Hidden layer means these layers cannot be directly accessed by the programmer, so it is called hidden layers. Why we need CNN? Because consider image pixel, image which has 1000 pixel into 1000 into 3 color channels, where the 3 color channels are red, green, blue. In grayscale images, we have only 1 color channel. Dimension of the image is 3 million, because when you multiply with 1000 and 1000 into 3, you get 3 million. 3 million. Neural network processing these features would need would need to have more than 3 million input nodes in the input layer, assuming that there are just 1000 neurons in the first hidden layer. The number of training parameters, that is weight, would be 3 million into 3 million into 1000, which would be 3 billion, which would be infeasible by traditional models. So we came up with the CNN, which has the ability to handle high dimensional inputs. Architecture of CNN. Architecture of the CNN can be broadly defined into 2 parts: feature extraction for extracting the features, and classification using that feature with the feature that has been extracted. The layers are convolution layer, pooling or subsampling layer, nonlinear layer, and fully connected layer. Fully connected layer is nothing but the deep learning model that we just discussed. Convolution layer. Convolution layer, in here we extract features. First, let me go through the example. In here we have an image. In the middle part we have a filter. That filter is the part which we have to find where it is. Actually, convolve means basically 2 things interacting with each other to form a new things. In mathematical terms, convolve means multiply. In here we could see that there is a 3 cross 3 filter, which we apply recursively through the whole image to get the third part called feature map. In here we could see the feature where the feature are present. The one number, the one showing the pixel showing 1 will show we get to know that in here the features are present. In here input dimension NH, NW, and NC. The NC means means number of color channels. We convolve with K kernels. K kernels means the number of filters used. In this example, we have taken only one filter. In real time, we need to have more than many thousands of filters. So K kernels means K filter maps, filters that are needed. It starts from the top left corner of the input, and each kernel is moved from left to right until it reaches bottom corner of the image. In this image, we could see the working of the image. Pooling layer. Pooling layer is nothing but summarizing the information or pooling the information that we have got. In here, we have 2 images, 2 types of pooling. One is average pooling and max pooling. In the first image, we have taken the first quadrant, and we have taken the average of it and taken it as input. We will do that similarly. We do it for all the quadrants. In the second image, we have taken the maximum of each quadrant and taken it as input. Let us see why we need a pooling layer. We need pooling because it reduces the dimensionality. In this image, we could see that the 4x4 matrix has been converted into 2x2 matrix. This is because the computation become easier after we do pooling. Positional invariance feature extraction means in here in the first quadrant we could see that 9 is present in the second row, first column. Even if we had taken, if we have got the 9 in the first row, first column also, the output would have been the same. So we called feature position invariance feature extraction. Next we go to, this is an example of max pooling, where we will get in the first box we have taken the maximum of each. Next let's go to non-linear layers. Non-linear layer is achieved through activation functions. Activation function has something called trigger. When the parameter crosses a certain threshold, it includes or else we transform it. In here I will explain. In here we could see every negative value will be transformed to 0. So now we have a threshold where negative will be converted to 0. Next, non-linearity means in the input we could see that all the inputs are linear, means they're in the form of y is equal to cx, where y and x are the parameters, c is a constant. After applying ReLU, we know that the linearity has been compromised. So we call it as non-linearity. The examples of non-linear layers are ReLU, sigmoid, and tanh. A fully connected layer. Fully connected layer is nothing but the deep learning layer that we already discussed. It is used for classification. It takes flattened input, where flattening means the two-dimensional array will be converted into a one-dimensional array. Fully converted layer determines which feature must correlate to a parameter particular class. If it outputs n-dimensional vector, where the vector represents the probability. Let's me through the let's go to softmax classification. In here, softmax classification, we use a function where a softmax function, which is used to which takes raw class scores into normalize it into positive values that sum to 1. In this example, we could see that the input image, the dog, is sent through neural network, and the outputs after flattening is sent through the softmax layer. After softmax function, which converts into a probability, which show the higher probability shows the class which is present. This in softmax function, ya means the element. Ya means the element of input vector. Exponent of ya means standard exponent function applying on ya. Summation of exponent of yj from j1 to n is a normalization term. It ensures that the value of the output vector sums to 1 for ith class. Advantages and disadvantages of CNN. Advantages are automatic feature learning, ruggedness to shifts and distortion in the image, fewer memory requirements, easier and better training. Disadvantages are it needs a lot of training data. Hyperparameter tuning means basically number of neurons and filter must be decided before first itself. So we need to be prepared. That is the disadvantages of CNN. The applications of CNN are used for speech recognition, speech, facial recognition, drug discovery, medical image computing, etc. Methodology for brain tumor detection I have taken is in the paper that I have used, it proposes a system where clustering algorithm used for CNN extraction and feature extraction applied it to CNN. In this study, we have taken 1,892 images, where 1,666 images for trained data and 226 images for test data. The collection images originally had an image size of 512 into 512. Clustering means clustering is the feature extraction method used. In clustering is basically it is grouping of pixels which are similar to itself. In the image here, we could see that the tumor which is present here has been darkened here by clustering. If you want technical terms, the center clustering is clustering method used. This algorithm has duplicate procedure that iterative for a constant number of cluster attempts to obtain points as cluster centers, which are in fact the same mean points belonging to each cluster, and assign each sample data to a cluster that gives the data minimum distance to the center of the cluster. In the simple type of this method, first the cluster centers are selected randomly. The points are assigned to the cluster center according to degree of similarity, and thus new clusters are obtained. Next, we go through the CNN neural method used. In here, we have used AlexNet architecture. It is used to classify image. It has 5 convolution layers and 3 subsampling layers, and fully connected layer. And lastly, classification we have used softmax layer. The fully connected layer has 4096 neurons. After classification, there are only 2 outputs that can be found: tumor patient and normal patient. In here we could see the simulation of the results after classification. Normally, by using CNN plus softmax for classification, we get only 98.12% accuracy. And in the proposed system, where CNN plus softmax plus feature extraction, feature extraction, we have used cluster algorithm, we have got 99.12% accuracy. Accuracy means the number of correctly predicted data point out of all the data points. Specificity means it is defined as proportion of actual negative which got predicted as the negative. Sensitivity, it is used to determine the proportion of actual positive cases which got predicted correctly. Precision, it is the fraction of relevant instance among the retrieved instance. And we could see in here, we could see that there are only 3 false. There are only 3 false after classification. In proposed method, we have only got two false after identification. Conclusion: since it has a very high accuracy, and there is a need for early detection of tumor detection, we could use this for medical purposes. Here are the references that I've used. These are taken from Shiroprodhi Loda Chaudhary, Chandrakant Mahanti, Raghavendra Kumar, brain tumor detection and classification using convolutional network and deep learning, which is found in IEEE paper. Masomeh Ser, Mohammed Tasnaleb, I've proposed a brain tumor detection using deep neural network and machine learning algorithm. It was proposed in 2020 9th International Conference on Computer and Knowledge Engineering. G. Hemant and M. Janardhan and N. Suji Helen I proposed design and implementing brain tumor detection using machine learning approach. It was published in 2019 Third International Conference on Trends in Electronic and Information. Thank you.